The wind bites, carrying the sharp tang of the North Sea, a constant reminder of nature's power. On this rugged coastline, Norsemen work quickly, axes thudding against the cliffs. They're not building monuments but homes, shelters against the coming winter. The ground is damp, earth, moss, and rock. Their survival will be forged from these elements. No blueprints, just ancient knowledge passed down and etched into calloused hands. The landscape is a resource, not an obstacle. Birch for timbers, peaty soil for walls. Every action is deliberate, efficient. There's no time to waste as days shorten and snow looms. The structure hugs the ground, designed to withstand relentless gales. Each timber is chosen for strength, every imperfection a story of survival. This is not about beauty, but function, a negotiation with the environment for warmth and endurance. The Vikings' new shelter was a partnership with the land, not an imposition. Their homes were testaments to resilience and a deep, practical understanding of nature. The Viking principle, use what you have, where you are. Arriving in new lands, they saw resources, not shortages, timber in forests, stone and turf on treeless coasts. Resourcefulness was their key to survival and expansion. Where we see trees, they saw beams and fuel. In grassy plains, they saw building blocks. Turf was cut into thick bricks, nature's own insulation panels. This mindset, seeing solutions, not problems, is vital for any modern survivor. They wove wattle panels from saplings daubed with clay, dung and straw for airtight walls. Every material had a purpose: clay for mass, dung for adhesion, straw for binding. The lesson: your survival kit is the environment itself. Know your woods, plants and soils, turn the wild into your ally. Vikings were builders, botanists and engineers in one. True preparedness is knowledge, not gear. Viking shelters were all about layers, just like modern outdoor gear. The timber frame was only the start. Real protection came from turf walls, stacked thick for insulation. These living walls, with grass still growing, created a windproof, water-shedding shell. The dense soil trapped air, and the double walls formed a thermal barrier. Roofs were layered to birch bark for waterproofing, then turf, grass down first, then up for binding. This multi-layered system provided insulation, waterproofing, and strength. Redundancy was key. If one layer failed, others protected the shelter. If turf was damaged, the inner wall still stood. If water seeped in, birch bark kept it out. For modern shelters, the lesson is clear: build in layers for backup and warmth. Even a simple lean-to is better with debris, leaves, and boughs stacked on. Vikings show us a single wall is fragile, but layers create resilience. Their homes were robust systems, not just buildings. Viking shelters weren't built for beauty, they were built to survive. The longhouse, with its aerodynamic shape, deflected fierce winds and bore heavy snow. A narrow end faced the wind, minimizing battering. Low, sloped roofs resisted gales. Inside, a central fire pit provided heat and light. Smoke escaped through a simple, adjustable roof hole. This kept warmth low and cured food in the rafters. Even simpler shelters, A-frames and lean-tos, were quick, efficient, and warm. An A-frame sheds rain and snow, and with a fire at the entrance, reflects heat inside. These designs maximize warmth with minimal effort, crucial when time and energy are scarce. In survival, complexity is the enemy. Proven, simple designs win. Quick, effective shelters that counter wind, rain, and cold are invaluable. The Vikings perfected survival machines, not showpieces. Their designs worked under pressure, every time. The world has changed, but survival principles remain. The first lesson: location. Vikings avoided valleys and exposed ridges, seeking sun, windbreaks, and high ground. Microclimate awareness is vital for anyone outdoors. Using local materials teaches resourcefulness. No hardware store in an emergency. See the world as the Vikings did, a provider of solutions. That birch could be a ridgepole. Moss can seal a wall. Knowledge turns fear into opportunity. Layering for protection is still key. As with clothing, so with shelter. A tarp alone is good. A tarp with leaves and branches is better. Redundancy gives you a margin of safety. If one layer fails, another stands. The Vikings shelter is a living manual for resilience. The best technology is knowledge. Work with nature, not against it. The echo of the Viking axe calls us to remember these timeless skills.